Many thanks for staying with us. It's still the 12th report, and we're still bringing updates on the nurses' strike situation. Even though it's been suspended for now, we had people talk about the difficulty that they faced while the strike was on. And we have News Central's correspondent Chinwe Ugele, who's currently on standby to give us updates on the development. Chinwe Ugele, thank you so much for joining us. What is the update now? I mean, before the break, we saw some clips about people who were commenting or lamenting about the situation when the nurses were on strike. A mother said she had to play doctor and nurse to a relative who was sick. What is the situation now with the strike? Has it been called off? Has it only been suspended? What's the government saying? What are the nurses saying?
Thank you very much. So far, the strike has just been suspended and not called off because from the interaction I've had with the director of the nursing services, if the government reneges once again from its agreement with the nurses, there's the tendency that they may resume the strike. But so far, the nurses have. I am currently at the Abia Specialist Hospital here in Umuahia, and the nurses are at their various stations, serving the patients and attending to the needs of the patients and their families.
So, I mean, we can clearly see the damage that has been done, within those few hours or days that the strike was on. You are on ground there right now. How would you say that the nurses' strike has affected patient care beyond what we saw before the break? How has it also affected the hospital services at the Federal Medical Center in Umuahia and Abia State Specialist Hospital?
Well, it was quite bad because we had a situation whereby the woman who sustained injury from the building collapse last week had to be evicted from the hospital just because nobody was going to attend to her if she continued to stay in the hospital. So that is just one of the cases, that people experienced. At the specialist hospital, there was absolutely no one attending to anybody. In fact, the patients all left. But this morning, there's a beehive of activities. We have lots of patients coming in and swarming around the hospital. At the Federal Medical Center, the situation was even worse because that is where you have more of the patients. A lot of people stayed without anyone attending to them. Even when you had the doctors around, they couldn't do much as was expected of the nurses.
So while you were there, or I mean, you're still there, but have you observed
that whatever will lead to this kind of situation should be averted?
Right. All right. If you can hear me, Chinwe, have you observed any changes in hospital staffing or shift or workflows since the strike began?
Well, they just today ago. So they've resumed, and I've seen that everybody who is supposed to be at work, that's with regards to the nurses, is at work and attending to patients. So there's nothing like anybody taking anybody's shift or doing extra job because some people are absent. They are all on their duty post, attending to patients.
All right, Chinwe Ugele, thank you so much for bringing us the update on the nurses' strike situation in Umuahia. We'll definitely circle back to see what the update is when the nurses have fully resumed and how they're taking on their shifts going forward. Thank you.